Hey, I'm Parker. I play guitar.
Anthony, I also play guitar.
Reed, play trombone.
I'm Otis, I sing.
I'm Dr. Dundiff. I'm the drummer and producer.
I'm Patrick. I play keyboards and sing.
Christian Hanna on bass guitar.
I'm Noah. I play sax and flute.
Welcome everyone. My name is Gary Daniels. I'm with LMU Community TV Channel 24 and WLMU 91.3 FM Cumberland Gap Radio. And we're here this evening with Otis Jr. and Dr. Dundiff. They are with Dr. Dundiff and Friends. And here it is, the 10th of August, the second in a series for the Levitt Middlesboro Music Series, the Levitt at Middlesboro Music Series here in downtown Middlesboro. We're in the green room at the Palace. And gentlemen, it's great to have you here with us.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Welcome to the tri-state area. Tell us a little bit about yourselves, please.
Well, we're two guys from Louisville, Kentucky. We basically became united by the same love for soul music. After seeing him perform at an open mic that I was hosting a few years ago, I told him I would love to work with you, and within 2 months we had our first record done, so music brought us together very quickly.
Well, tell us about the music that brought you together. I know yesterday we spoke on air at WLMU Cumberland Gap Radio, and we were talking about the neo soul and the classic soul, but also with your producing of hip hop music and then the fusion with jazz. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's just kind of, there's the old rhythm and blues, which everyone knows and can relate to, especially older generations, and then you have jazz, which everyone can too, and then neo soul is kind of like a modern approach with hip hop encompassing jazz, but also fundamentally soul and rhythm and blues. So it's something that young and new generations can kind of grasp onto and understand, and I think that's what has made us and our music popular.
Yes, indeed. Now, Otis Jr., tell us a little bit about your history with your music and again how you guys came together.
I was, like he said, we met at an open mic. I was just going around town singing songs, trying to just get my feet wet with the music thing, and we met, and like he was saying, our similar tastes in music really kind of bonded everything that we did together.
Now, where has your journeys taken you with your music?
Well, we were lucky enough to, for our first and second album, get put on by a label, Jakarta Records. They're from Germany, so it's an international label, which is pretty cool. Most of our listeners are not from the United States. Our biggest hub point is Paris, so we're hoping that maybe later this year, if all goes well, or next year, whichever comes first, the label will send us to Paris for international shows. So, we're still just getting to know how it's going to work, and it's been working great so far, but it's just the beginning for sure.
Well, I know with your all's music, I can envision being at a cafe, restaurant somewhere in Paris on a back street. Your music captures that environment, but also what else? How else does your music? What other environments do you encompass in that, both here in the States and what you'll be experiencing in Europe?
It's young, it's old, it's fresh, it's things from fast tempo to slow tempo, upbeat to soulful and laid back. There's so much that can be ground into this genre of the music that we make that I feel like it makes it accessible to so many different listeners. So I think that's kind of the forefront of our sound and how it's led to our success and the music being heard. I think you would agree with that. I think it's a very versatile sound.
Yeah, being in the generation that we are and just the kind of environments that we came up in with a lot of information and a lot of different styles and different types of art at our disposal has really helped us to create the type of art that's just accessible to a lot of people because we're able to communicate with a lot of...
transcending, as it were.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So, now, how can viewers and listeners find out more about you, websites, social media?
Well, for all things myself, just Google Dr. Dundiff. For all things us, Otis Jr. and Dr. Dundiff, Spotify, iTunes, Bandcamp, Apple Music, YouTube. We have tons of videos. That covers me. You can explain yourself and your solo music too.
Otis Jr. Anything on social media, I think it would be _ Otis Jr. and the Jr. spelled all the way out, full word.
Right.
So I think that's a bit of a distinction just to help find everything. But yeah, just that's pretty much it.
Well, tell us about the energy real quickly, about the energy of the audiences in this interaction, because you were mentioning there's this endearing of older generation, younger generation, and there's a bridge, and people come together with music. And
Yes,
definitely.
No, totally. I think that, like I was saying, with the source of the genre being rhythm and blues, it's something that older generations can grasp to. And like I was saying, our main audience, age-wise, is about 15 to 30, but our second, right after the cusp, is 45 to 60. So I think that by encompassing new modern sound and techniques, whereas if it's the hip-hop background that we add in, or the jazz, or just the rhythm and blues with the soul, there's something for everyone. And I think energy-wise, when we get to play that live, everyone can feel it. It's more than just a band going up there and playing, and it's more than just playing a song. It's just something that you can feel. Even though it's not tangible, you can feel it. It's good. So I think anyone will be able to sense it.
Now, what do you all experience? I mean, what's the energy that you get from your bandmates and from the audiences themselves? And tell us, is it almost like one long song, one long instrumental piece? Because how does it segue?
I would say honestly, like when you're on stage, you really do kind of enter a different mindset that you don't realize you were in sometimes until after it was over.
Right.
And it is kind of a blur in retrospect, even though like during I feel like you're very into a lot of detail.
Oh, yeah, totally,
You're definitely into a lot of detail, but you have this kind of a flow mentality where you just kind of elevate mentally.
I think you can feel the energy of the audience, and that will increase, how we feel and how we act. But at the same time, just like you said, when that show's over, you're like, wow, that show's over. Maybe it was just one long song, because it's there and it's gone.
Yeah.
But it's
But
a great
definitely,
feeling.
like an audience with a lot of energy definitely affects the show.
totally.
It definitely gives you a very unique experience for sure.
And I imagine that two concerts are alike.
No, ever.
Definitely,
No,
yeah.
It's never the same playing the same song, even if you're just practicing or at a concert. It'll never be the same. So
Always
that's the
something to
fun.
learn as well.
Indeed.
beauty of it.
Indeed. Well, we're looking forward to your concert tonight at the Levitt Middlesboro Music Series. Otis Jr., Dr. Dundiff. This is part of the Levitt Middlesboro Music Series. This is the second week of it. We have all the way until October the 5th, and it's open. It's free music. It's family friendly, pet friendly. There's vendors on site for arts and crafts. There's food vendors, and there's also a farmer's market. It's a great way for community to come together here in the revitalization of downtown Middlesboro. And we welcome these gentlemen and their band, and we hope that our paths cross again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for stopping by for the interview. My name's Gary Daniels with LMU Community TV, Channel 24, and Cumberland Gap Radio, WLMU 91.3 FM. Thank you all.